When I made a video last year highlighting my biggest frustrations with NHL 18, my biggest frustration by far was puck pickups. I even made a pretty bold claim in that video. To me, the puck pickups
What?
have
This
never
game
been
is so
worse.
broken.
And I've played all the way back to NHL 09, and they have never been close to this bad. Having played NHL 18 for almost a full year now, I can say that my opinion has not changed. For whatever reason, at times your player just seems completely disinterested in the puck, and other times they're just unable to collect passes that are right on the tape. It's very frustrating. So imagine my excitement when the 19 beta came out and puck pickups looked like this. That pickup, so hot. Skaters now utilize their reach and will fully extend to grab pucks. They also react properly to pucks in their vicinity and will respond smoothly to player commands. So this means less fanning on one-timers for no reason and less botched face-off wins. The new puck pickups also ensure that if your positioning is good, most of the time you'll be rewarded, which was not always true in 18. I'm also happy to say during the beta I did not once experience the shot glitch that was so common in NHL 18. Still in the game, folks. Puck pickups in NHL 19 are so much better, in fact, that when the beta ended and I had to go back and play my first game of NHL 18,
Makes that play deep. Pass cut by the offense.
it was basically fucking torture. So what else did NHL 19 get right? Well, first of all, the skating to me feels completely redone. Not only does it look and feel smoother, it actually makes for a more fast-paced and more fun game than we've had in the previous few years.
Jams in control as they travel up the wing. Propelled to Ben.
Nice.
The hitting is also a plus. Several new animations reflect the severity of each collision and not only look realistic, but actually affect the outcome of the play. In addition, the new stamina bar they've added helps you keep track of how much energy these hits take away. It also drains when you hustle or if you block a shot in a tough spot. This is a great little addition. I really love this. Another improvement in 19 is that tips are back. What was once a useless tactic that only produced wimpy shots on goal or pucks that never even reached the net, it seems to be back in NHL 19, at least the beta anyway, to being a useful strategy, so that's great. Also new to NHL 19 is the ability to customize your EASHL skater's height, weight, and attributes. After selecting a player class, you can now unlock and employ 2 perks in one specialty that affect that class's stats. This is similar to the system in NHL 14, but better because there won't be any boosts that you can buy with real money to basically pay to win. Also in NHL 14, if you had nothing unlocked and you went up against a crew of guys that had everything unlocked, you were basically fucked. Like, you'd be like a 60 overall going up against like 94s. It just wasn't fair. And if you'd never played the game, it's not really the greatest way to learn. There's just endless possibilities with what you can create. I made a defensive dangler. I made a mini defensive defenseman. I made builds based off Malkin and TJ Oshie. Like I said, the possibilities are just endless. So these are all good things, but one of the things lots of people have criticized about the beta is the poke checks and the excessive tripping calls that come from them. While I agree that poke checks were overpowered in NHL 18, they simply cause way too many penalties in 19 and have to be toned back. There has to be some happy medium between 18 and 19, and I'm hoping they can patch the game and get it just right. In the meantime, though, once again, this game rewards good positioning. If you can lay off the poke check and just rely on good positioning, a lot of the times you'll find out that works out. My biggest disappointment from NHL 19 doesn't come from the gameplay, but actually the game modes. To preface this rant, I've wanted GM Connected back since they took it out in NHL 15. It was a blast in NHL 14. It's everything you love about GM mode, but online. So people miss it from 14, myself included. People who play Madden or the show and come to NHL and play GM mode are like, hey, this is fun, but why can't I do it online? So that's a game mode that needs to be back. I've heard people say, there's not enough demand for it. Well, the biggest selling point of this game is ones. And nobody asked for that. At least some people want GM connected back. Online team practice is another big thing I've wanted for years. It would be great for helping introduce new players to the game. They could be taught by people who know how to play the game. It'd be a great tool for clubs to get together and practice plays and build chemistry. So the fact that they left those two game modes out for me and put in ones is kind of baffling. All the new added customization I'm fine with. It's cool. Although I do have to say 6-on-6 drop-ins are a bit of an eyesore. It's a little bit of a clusterfuck. Obviously, the biggest problem with the beta was just loading into games and dealing with error screens. This was such a big problem, though, that I'm convinced that it's just a beta thing and it'll be fixed by the time the game comes out. Other than that, I'm legitimately excited for 19. I think it has a real chance to be the best NHL game since 14, and could even be better. So until then, I guess I'll just have to go back to good old NHL 18. Jesus fucking Christ.